Okay, the red means this thing is muted and it's using that, because last time we had issues with the audio, so that's
No,
why
it's
I was
pretty good.
wanting to make sure we had the,
Pretty good.
because how will we know it's recording if we don't have anybody on Zoom? Isn't there recording?
And
We can
the
stop it or pause it, it's
50
recording. Okay.
centimeters.
Yeah.
1.5, 1.3.
How do you tell that it's got the owl though? Last time you pulled up something.
Well, I made it to default to the owl.
Okay, which is
So-
why, okay, that makes sense. But
I think if you hit the word
Yeah.
audio, it's when the
I mean,
options.
it's fine, you guys can start your meeting.
I don't know.
So it'll mute.
I'm just asking her questions because I haven't seen it in action before. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a great meeting.
Thank you.
We should do that.
Okay. My watch is not doing so. He's doing that.
Well, the clock is accurate. That's pretty accurate.
Okay. Okay, I will call the meeting to order at 10:04. Do we have any adjustments to the agenda?
I don't have any.
I don't think so. You, Jim?
No,
Okay. And we have no one from the public,
In the public.
and the minutes before 13. I don't have any. It looks like it needs adjustment. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
all right, so move.
A second.
Any discussion?
Nope.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, financial report review.
So the budget status report and the fund balance amount for the reappraisal fund, which is at $163,080.64.
And they have told us.
156.
156?
Mhm.
Well, that's good.
Plus some, like they said, $10,000 for extra stuff.
Supplies, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. It'll also probably be some extra time for you and I will probably get charged to that. I'm thinking. So,
So then. we still
and
have
you know,
money
we're
coming
starting with 25,000. We still have another quarter left. Of the appropriation from this current year we're in. Which is, what is it? It's 15,000 total. 4,500, I don't know, something like that. And then, next year we start with 25,000 a year to prepare for the next 6
So before we get to the start, and when will they start?
March of 2027.
March.
He thought he would start in about March with sales and that kind of stuff. And I think they actually start, I don't know when. He said about March or April.
Because they would actually,
That when they start visiting properties.
I don't, that's when he like starts getting everything together.
These are already done. I was visiting.
It'll be after April first, so we will do our work
Yes.
up till April
Yes.
first, and then they start the
Yes, and then
reappraisal.
they will start it on the following.
So the
Yep.
new tax bills don't come out till summer of 28.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And our general budget is at 77%. And this is, we have May and June left. We have 2 months left of the budget year, so that looks like we're in good shape. There. I don't see anything. That we need to, with that. I'm not surprised that we should. We don't really need to look at supplies until after April first next year, I would think.
Right. I mean, I think, we'll wait and see what they say. I mean, based on the filing cabinets we have, every time there was a reappraisal, they set up a new set of files.
And we
So-
have 2 file cabinets already.
Or right, we have the 2 filing cabinets, so I don't know if they give us, like, they do input all their changes and they give us a whole set of records.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Or I'm guessing we probably have to print them out ourselves,
Yeah,
go through and print them out ourselves.
yeah. And we still have in this budget year. Our trip out to the islands,
Yep.
Butler Island and Damius Island. And I have not heard back, but I have 2 people I've contacted about taking us out on a boat, not a regular boat, a pontoon boat, thank you, escaped me. Because, it's very shallow in some parts to get in there.
Yeah.
And, one looks like they're gonna have their, boat in the water by May 15th. So as soon as I can get, I think we're gonna look at the weather report and then set a date.
Yeah, it'd be nice not to need your stocking hat, gloves and everything else.
So as soon as I hear from them, I'll let you know, in case you wanna go.
Yeah,
There's
I can
5.
go in anytime you're looking at property, you can go along and
Okay,
see what you're up to.
okay. Yeah, because there's some I wanna get updated pictures for. That'd be great.
You got your Polaroid camera ready?
I do.
That's what we used when I was a list 3 years ago.
The pictures are still in the folders down there.
Yeah, yeah.
They are.
The Polaroids, yep.
So I think we're good, fund balance.
It was probably easier, honestly, it was easier. You take the picture, it comes right out and you stick it in your
And you
folder.
say,
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, it's done,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's no more input. You put it on the card and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't get lost in the cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
oh,
Exactly.
the only difference is that when we take them on the camera we're using now, you do have an SD card, so it's.
You gotta
saved on the
download
card,
it
So you
and-
can down,
yeah.
yeah, but you do have to download it. I'm getting
Upload 'em.
quicker. I'm getting
Download them,
quicker.
upload them.
Download them, upload them, yeah.
Actually, it was a fairly expensive way to take pictures.
Oh, with the
The
film,
Polaroid?
the film was,
Oh,
yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty.
It's so much
expensive.
per print.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I bet it was a buck a print. I think. So it was pretty high.
Okay, townwide reappraisal,
No news, I mean, nothing.
Lister training schedule.
So I looked at the training schedule and there's nothing between now and July.
The only thing is next week, there's one on, appeals,
Oh, the BCA thing,
ACA,
that's an all-day thing at the Capitol.
or online. It
It's,
said.
it did say
I think it's
online,
May- I
yeah.
wanna say May 12th. It's in that, email she sent about,
Christie?
yeah,
Yeah, I saw it on the VLCT, training thing too.
man, maybe it wasn't Christie, maybe it was, the head gal there. It was on the calendar.
I didn't see it on her monthly newsletter, but I did see it. VLCT has it on their training.
And a lot of their trainings say they're not for a certification. Yeah, effective DCA property tax assessment.
Oh, yeah.
appeal Hearings.
Yep. There it is, right there.
So that's about BCA.
That's the BCA, yes. So that is, so effective BCA property tax assessment appeal hearing. So that is how the BCA, so we hear the grievances, and if they appeal our notice, it goes to the BCA, and that's for them on how to do a hearing. It's an
Okay.
actual hearing. And so Corinne and I have already talked that we are going to have VLCT come to the town and do a training here for our BCA and the listers
So we don't have to worry about the one.
Great.
in the
Right.
delay.
for when it will probably be in 2028 after the appraisal,
Mhm.
when the appraisal change of assessment notices go out.
Yeah, we basically testify at BCA meetings,
Right,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But they make the decision.
They make the decision,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yep. I mean, you're welcome to do that.
Mhm.
That training, it is on Zoom too. It's 9 to 3 next Wednesday.
Well, they'll do a super job when they come.
Or
But yeah,
I'd
if
much
they-
prefer doing it
In person
Yeah.
here, yeah. I mean, you can go to the
And I
Capitol
also
Plaza
think-
too, but
I think it's a great idea to do listers and BCA people together.
yeah, so
And do
that
the
we're all on the
training.
same page.
Yeah, that would be
Yep.
great.
That's,
That's rebellion, complain, argue, right?
I hadn't heard that before. Okay, status of work. I think all the map changes have been sent in. We are finding a couple here and there, like, the state of Vermont, like mistakes on the map that say like state of Vermont, it says state park, and it should just say state of Vermont land, where the water
Mhm.
plant is and that kind of thing.
I think we'll just always find something.
We'll find things like
Yeah.
that.
It's
And I
just
don't,
odd
and I
things.
asked them when, to let me know when, oh, two things. Let me know when we can look at the preliminary maps, because there's been a lot of changes this year.
Right.
And also, there was a survey from the state that wanted to know if we send our updates to, it's Access GIS, but there's another name.
The BCGI.
BCGI. And so we asked CAI to tell us if they do that or if we're supposed to do that. I have not heard back from them.
And I emailed BCGI like
Oh.
the thing said, and they haven't responded to me.
Oh.
So, to see what we're supposed to be sending them and when and how, and, they didn't respond, so.
Okay, sales verification letters are up to date. We'll be starting on sales verification letters that will be in the next plan this year. Building permits,
They're all up to date.
picture upload, I'll be continuing to work on Lakeshore pictures and I'm gonna go through street by street and make sure our pictures are up to date. And make sure I get Lakeshore pictures.
From
So-
the water, or that's gonna be hard, because
And you know what? It is very difficult to do from the water, but
you don't know what property you're shooting
well,
at.
I'm looking at, it, is that the same one that I'm seeing in the pictures? They changed the color of the front, they tore down the camp and put up a new one.
Yeah,
So I think it's actually better to go on land
yeah.
and take the picture of
Take
the
a
lake
picture
shore
of
from
the
land.
of the water from
But
the top of the bank or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
and then PTTR entries, we're up to date on those.
Yeah, up to date with this,
This
anything
fiscal.
after April 1st, I've got a folder going. But, yeah, the ones that have to be in by April 1st
Are done.
Yep, are done.
You got a bunch? Well, a
Already
bunch of-
coming in? There's probably
yeah.
4 or 5 already.
I know, I was gonna say there's 4 or 5 that sold this last
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Assessor report.
Yeah, we've talked about the training. There is no training other than this VCA. I looked until July, so. site inspections, this is it. This is what we have left, except for the Butler Island and Damius Island.
We had
And
two full
thi-
boxes.
Yeah, we had two, yeah, when we started. So we've got 98 Four Winds Lane, which was a mobile home that was taken down and a camp built. He's not gonna be back until like the 15th, I think, 18th of May to let us in to see. We've got the outside, we don't have the inside. 8153 is a brand new garage with something above it. I don't know if it's an office or an apartment or what it is.
US Route 2.
Yep, US Route 2, they are not gonna be back until the end of May, so we've scheduled to do a site inspection for them.
Actually, we have that one scheduled, right? Oh, we haven't confirmed.
We haven't confirmed, yeah. 763 Holiday Point they took down their camp and it's a brand new dwelling, and we just need an interior inspection on that one, and they've been here all week, during the week, working on this place, but he got hurt.
Oh,
And they haven't been here in a couple weeks, so that's why I haven't heard from them. But so we just need to get inside to get room count, fixture counts, that kind of thing. But we again have the outside and then 100 Eastview Lane, we're trying to get an interior inspection on that one too. That was the one that they raised and put a foundation underneath. But we don't know if the basement's finished and we don't know how many rooms it ended up with upstairs. So I'd like to get into that one.
we're gonna need pictures, huh, of that
And
one.
we went to that one this year, 100 Eastview Lane. We did go there. I thought you got pictures, but.
Hmm.
And then
Sounds familiar.
I think there's what, 5 on Butler Island and Damius, one on
One on
Damius,
Damius.
and that's it. So,
We are.
we're in
way
really, yeah, we're in
ahead of
really
where
good
we were
shape.
Last year.
Yeah.
And everything is just about entered.
Yeah.
I have a stack of stuff that I want to ask Benton about. I don't know. That place on Fifi Point has a rubber roof, a flat rubber roof. I have no idea what to put that in under as for value. I don't know how to value the elevator that's going in there.
It's got an
It's
elevator.
gonna have an
Yeah.
elevator. It doesn't yet, but,
And the siding is Brazilian.
Brazilian
wood.
wood, I think that'll go towards quality.
Mhm.
Cause it's not shingles, it's,
It's not shingles, it's this stained, really nice stained
You have
wood.
a value on this elevator?
that's what we're looking to find from Benton. I don't
No,
know.
our elevator here.
The town-owned buildings and the state-owned buildings are just, insurance values,
Yeah, okay.
so. And I don't know of another property in North Hero that has an elevator.
Yeah, I can't think of any others.
I know there's one in Grand Isle, and I thought about calling Susan Lawrence to see, but I have a stack of questions to ask Benton, so I'm just gonna say, how should I value that?
Mhm.
So that's where we are with site inspections, so we're in good shape for it being May 4th. And the assessment changes, so you have the reconciliation log and the grievance report, and they're all in order. So they should match. They're all by parcel ID. So if you want to look at the reconciliation log, because the ones that are not on the reconciliation log are those that just transferred in title, so there's no change in value. So anything that had a change in value is on this spreadsheet. And you can match the total at the bottom. And if you took the difference, so the difference, the 2,266,800 at the last page of the reconciliation log, if you subtract the two totals at the bottom, that's what you're gonna get. So that's how I know everything that's in there
It's right.
is here. Yep. So if we want to go through them, Benoit is a new house that they've been building for the last couple of years on Jigger House Point. And I think we're gonna call it that, she's not letting us do an interior inspection and, so we're gonna call the dwelling 100% complete. This year, they added a screen porch on the front and side steps. So, that's that one. That Shyman La Vista is the house on Fifi Point. We went out there twice. We went in the fall and then we ended up going back. So that's a total of about $360,000 increase. It's now at 70% complete.
And where's that one?
That's the big house down at the end of Fifi Point,
Oh, Yeah.
Chime in La Vista. That was the new dwelling with,
so it doesn't have a number on Fifi Point yet? or
no, it does
it should.
for something. It's not I don't think it's 341. I think it's 427 Fifi Point.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I still don't have the roof what kind of roof
Figure
to
out
put
what
in
that
that
is.
yet, and the elevator. Although the elevator wasn't in there yet, so we'll add that now. There was no elevator yet,
Right,
so no appliances. That was all still, no flooring in there, the sheetrock was on the walls. And the bathrooms were plumbed in.
the fixtures weren't there.
No, there's no fixtures, there's no countertops, there's gonna be 2 fireplaces, there were no fireplaces yet, there were. So. Meller is also down on Fifi Point, that's the one she asked us, she was selling that place and asked us to, update the bedroom count, fixture counts, we corrected the siding type. Radcliffe is also down on Fifi Point, and that they replaced their front deck. We went there in the fall. The Keyworth properties are as a result of the boundary line adjustment into removing the house from the store. So there was no difference in value, but on the grievance report, it showed removing the 2020039 was inactive, and so that is now active. But it doesn't show here, because there was no change in value before and after is the same. If I had made, so that's why there's a second column. So I could balance out
Oh, okay.
when I made one inactive. When you make a parcel inactive and one active, it doesn't reflect on the report. Only one side of it reflects. So in order to kind of keep myself in balance, that's how I did it. Ingram is the new house next to me that, it's now 85% complete. It still doesn't have siding. It's that big house up on the hill there. So that's 85% complete. Wilbur is the house on the other side of me that has the new garage, the 2-story garage and lean-to. Nelson again bought up their neighbor's property on Stronghouse Lane.
Mhm.
And again, one became active, one became inactive. Which is, again, like you see with the Keyworth properties. Packet.
So shouldn't it show a positive?
So there's a positive under it.
Oh, this is the positive,
That's
okay.
the positive, yep.
Oh, because
So
that's
the
the new owner.
positive shows, the positive shows on the grievance report when you add the value from one inactive parcel to the active parcel, but it doesn't show you subtracting the inactive parcel. So that's why I had to do them like this, and it's the opposite when one becomes active and inactive, or, it only shows one side of that equation, not both, on the grievance report. So in order for me to balance between the two, and know that when you make a parcel inactive, I need to know that the addition went to the other parcel.
Yeah.
So
The money didn't just. get
Exactly,
lost. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So that's how I do that to
Yeah.
make, double check myself.
Yeah.
Paquette is the place across from the state park down at the end of Lakeview that we went and looked at the inside. That's now 100%. Last year it didn't have any appliances or bathroom fixtures, and now it's 100% complete.
Mhm.
Fink was Kathy removed their detached garage.
Yay.
Yeah. Mayhew, changed, that was the one at the end of Baker Place that just was hanging out there, not 100% complete, so we just did that.
Yeah.
Hutchins.
3-story.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a 3-story house. Hutchins, added a deck for their hot tub. Bergeron, again, made a parcel inactive and contiguous.
Hmm.
Bergeron is, yes, that's the one on Lakeview. I'm confused, there's 3 sets of Bergerons in North Yarrow, so that's the one on Lakeview. They bought the land next to them. And when you add the additional land, how do I want to say that? There's a $4,500 difference because of that. They had like 10 or 15 acres, and when you add another 10, it's the dozen egg. When you buy it singly or you buy it in a dozen, so
It's a little less.
it's a
than-
little less, yep. Robert Arnett had the deck with steps, and we removed the note, we updated his shed count. Scandory, so the first one,
Oh, they would, don't
they
have water.
they don't have a water source there, and they were being, apparently it's, I don't know, what did he say they used, and it dries up all summer long. So they used to bring in a big tank of water, and that's how they supplied water to that mobile home. So I removed the value for the water on that parcel. And,
Oh,
removed the garage on the mobile home property. And that, again, I have a question for, Benton. I don't know that that should have any value. It's not livable.
yeah, it's up on blocks right now. and- Yeah,
So I have that's another one I'm gonna question him on. Wallace, that dwelling on North End Road East is 100% complete. Christina, again, has 2 parcels, and they were never in the same names. One was in he and his wife's name, and the other one was in just his name. Now they're both in both their names. So I made one inactive and the other one added to the other one. So that's again why you see the
yeah,
positive and the negative.
okay.
Frank Cody had a replacement garage down on, Holiday Point Road. Same size, but it's now 2 stories. Ryan Fusco, that was the one on Holiday Point that we updated the stone patio and corrected the front steps. Plouffe is the new home down on Holiday Point that we have to do an interior inspection to get bedroom count and all of that, but that's a replacement dwelling. Stewart was the new house down on Holiday Point that they've now completed. That's 100% complete. We got inside and saw that one. Scott Malley, again, has a new dwelling on Holiday Point, and it's now 91% complete. Schmalz, again. This, and there's one in between them. So Schmalz had 2 pieces of property, one they sold. So the Smalls and Knaus is where the positive and the negative is. And they didn't have town water on one of their properties, and now they do. So I added the value for the town. That's the $5,000 difference there. Estlin is the mobile home on the end of Paquette Lane that they added all new siding. It's new shed, new decks, and an addition on the side.
It's the first one.
The first one, yep. Knaus, that was that one. DeTilio, that's the one we went to and updated the shed and the front steps and a new deck. Medlin has a new shed. Roulette has that's on, US Route 2, just south of the school. They had a garage last year that's now complete and has a new lean-to off the side of the garage. Clark is also down a little further going south on Route 2. They asked us to change from camp to a dwelling. It's a year-round dwelling, and we went and inspected that. Julo has a new added addition on their home. Ross has a new 57 by 15 equipment shed down on Blockhouse Point on the left, which is the first one on the left. Jake's had a new tool shed down on Blockhouse Point. Ludwig asked us also change from from a camp to a dwelling and we added the heating source. Carrier is down at the end of Blockhouse Point. They have a new garage, one car garage, one car garage. Durham and Zabo is, again, one being inactive. Dusty put one of the properties in her daughter's name, so that's just making one active off the other one. Bevins is down on Lakeview, again, had us inspect that, change to a dwelling, Bevins.
Was that the one, that used to have a camper and has the little buildings? Is that the one?
Bevins. That's,
Way down
so-
on the right.
Phillips is the one, the white one that they're remodeling down on Lakeview. Bevins is the one across the street that Danielle asked us to go to.
Oh, the little, it looks like a log
It
cabin.
looks like the log cabin, yep, and I think we updated the shed count on that one, and
Mhm.
I don't think they had flooring in there. It wasn't up to 100%, and they didn't have a plumbing rough in, so it's they said it was a year-round dwelling, so I updated all of those. Phillips is the one across, the white one across the street that's being totally renovated. They removed a garage, all the porches are gone.
Shed,
The shed, there was no shed right
right?
there. And then there was no flooring in there yet. Upstairs, I think had flooring.
Had flooring, but a lot of the walls weren't done.
Right, so I think we did that as a percent complete.
Mhm.
Sullivan has a brand new camp down, not a camp, that they tore down the camp, has a brand new dwelling on Briarcliff. Shagnon, garage, corrected to 85% good. I think I had it at 90% good, thinking it was 90% complete, but, percent good is something different. So I corrected that, and that garage is done. Boyven had a new shed. That's, both of those are on Pine Grove Circle. Town of North Heroes, that's the removal of the garage and fire station.
Mhm.
Stanhope is at the end of Jerusalem, has a new deck. They had a patio that they converted to a deck. Income Holdings is also on Lakeview. They had a stone patio and steps to a deck that we corrected and added on that one. Mackenzie, that dwelling is now 100% complete. That's on Briarcliff. Ness is on US Route 2, just before you get onto Lakeview on the left there. It's a new dwelling that he's been working on for 5 or 6 years. That's now at 95% complete. Kane is out on Butler Island. They totally removed their
Go back to
camp.
this, what's missing though?
Nest didn't have steps to the patio. They didn't have appliances,
Appliances in the
which is a
kitchen.
couple percent. And the wall, right, the wall and the trim wasn't quite finished.
Yep.
So Kane is out on Butler Island. That they sent us pictures. He removed his camp as of April 1st, and they're gonna rebuild that this year. Holly again was an added contiguous and made inactive, so
Mhm.
parcel. Hosa Frederick is out on Cedarville. They have a new shed. Shire, asked us to come out there in the fall, and we looked at corrected their front deck. Smith, is adding, that's out on Smith, that's out on Pilots Point.
Mhm.
She's adding a porch that will be screened in. It wasn't screened in yet. It was just covered. Prugno had a new addition to their deck. Garcia, they changed from a covered porch to an enclosed porch. Where's that one? 70223. Garcia, oh, that's out on Savage Point.
Oh, okay, yep.
Innisfree so Innisfree sold 2 properties. I'm just thinking. Behune bought the 2, so Innisfree subdivided into 3 lots and sold 2 to this Behune. And I'm wondering why there's such a difference. I think the Behune ones
It's just land, right?
one's just land. I think that they're not showing up in the other column because there was also a change in title, which puts them on the report. So, you know, when we take a inactive or an active, it shows up in the other column to offset it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Behune was a change in title, they are showing up on this report. So I didn't have to put them in the other column. So those 3 Innisfree and the 2 Behune were all the 821, 800 value, all 3 of those. And now they're,
So if you add those 3 values, it's gonna,
the 466, the 48 and the 500.
yeah,
And we corrected the lake frontage based on. That's the one we went through. Remember, we kept
Yeah.
talking about that one.
mm-hmm,
The 3rd lot there is all wetland.
oh, the 5,400.
The 5,400 is all, it's 17 acres, but it's all wetland next to the conservatory. It's on Kerry Bay there, that piece of wetland that you see. So that's what happened there. Shaw is out on Hibbard Point. They have a finished detached garage. Morton is on US Route 2, also part of the Hibbard Point Association. They totally removed their kitchen and are rebuilding it. They've removed their siding. We updated the steps to the deck. So I went back and took the % off for siding, the % off for nothing in the kitchen. And that's what, so that's actually a reduction. Harm, the garage is now complete and we added the addition to the garage that was not sided. Horrigan is down on Northland Lane, that has a pool and a new deck. The Historical Society, we added back their 50 feet of lake frontage that was in their deed that wasn't showing on the tax map. Gross is down on Pilat's Point. They added a mudroom, a covered porch, an open deck, and we added their fire pit patio area. The library has their new book barn.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Vermont, that's the water tank and the pump house at the state of Vermont property, but after thinking about that more, I need to create that as a separate parcel
For the town.
for the town. So the town will own the water plant and the pump house and not on the leased land.
And the state owns the land.
And the state owns the land. So I'm gonna take that value off, and that's just the insurance value, what it's valued at for the insurance, so. But I'll make that correction. The next 3, O'Neill. So. Yeah, O'Neill bought, the little 1 acre piece of land that's next to him from the town last year. That has the water line on it, so it's now, I made it inactive, added it to the other main parcel. And then, they have a new dwelling that's now 100% complete and an ADU that they're building that's 53% complete. Hayes. That's the one out on Butler Island that came in and told us to, about the incorrect acreage. Yeah, we had him down for 2 and he has 1 per his deed. Lions Revocable Trust was just, they converted their property to trust, so one's in, and they were all in different names too, so one's now inactive, and added to the other one. Keys is the replacement dwelling down on South End Road, no, Stevens Camp Road, that big one on the right.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotta look at that one some more. I wanna check my measurements, and I'm not sure about the basement. Cause they use part of the old basement, that's, I think, a crawl space, and,
Made it a full basement?
well, it's not a full I think they had to use the existing basement so that they could keep the property so close to the water.
Right.
And according to the sketch
Oh,
for the
it's not
old
the,
one,
it's not the footprint, it's not the square footage, you
Of the
can't
old one.
change you can't change a crawl space to a full basement.
cause I think if they dug all that out, they would have had to get permission, they would have never been able to do it.
Oh, the state would have to give him permission.
Right, but because they use the existing foundation, according to the sketch, it was just a crawl space under there.
Oh,
So I think part of it's a crawl space, part of it's all new foundation, so I need a lesson in how to read construction drawings. To try to figure that out, I think. And my square footage is a little off. It says it's supposed to be a 4,400 square foot home, and I'm off about 500 square feet, so somewhere in there.
Not a small home.
It's not a small home. Nope, and it's got, I don't know, it goes this way, that way, it curves this way, it goes out that way, it rounds that way.
Dormers.
It's all dormers all over the place.
and
Um,
the cantilevered concrete pad
out over
out
the
over
water,
the water.
which is why they
All
use,
those things are gonna say,
yeah,
Yeah.
take your value and just keep pushing it up.
Right.
You want a nice cheap house, have four corners.
right,
You know?
yes.
So it's 49% complete.
So 49% complete, and it was a big house that was there, looking at the old, and they have a new garage too.
Mhm.
So, you know, and everything was there last year. It never got torn down till after April 1st last year, so there already is an increase of 149.3 in value.
Cause the garage is done.
It wasn't sided.
Oh,
Were there doors in it? It's kind of,
no, maybe not.
compared to this huge house, it was kind of off to the side.
Across from the house.
I may go down there some Saturday when nobody's there and kind of check my drawings. It was snowing it was snow still on the ground, and
Yeah,
so I'll actually go down and actually measure it to see. But that's at 49% complete. Nettie's, we went and added the deck to their ADU. We had missed their deck. Saunders, that's down on Stevens Camp Road. It
What's an
also
ADU?
accessory
Addition.
dwelling unit.
Additional dwelling? unit?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so they have an additional dwelling unit that has a front and a back, and
Okay.
each one had just a room and a living area and a bathroom.
Mhm.
And then they have a little deck off the front. Saunders is one of the big camps at the end of Stevens Camp Road. They've changed a covered porch to a screened-in porch. Aponis is down on Four Winds Lane. Their building permit said they were putting an addition, which I couldn't find an addition, but unless they'd already done it with that front porch, one of their porches became part of the house.
Mm,
And then we updated their patios, and one of them was a covered porch that was now an enclosed porch, so we updated all of those. Farah is the new black house that's on, it's 98 Russell Lane, but you can see
Oh,
it from
yeah.
Route 2. So I added their water and corrected their water and sewer last year, and then Kathy and I went, and now that dwelling is 100% complete. We added their decks and patios. Weston is the new house down on Four Winds Lane. That's the mobile home that was replaced with a dwelling that we need to do the interior inspection. Stark, the Ludovico, down on Sunset View, their detached garage is complete. That we added a deck that we didn't have, corrected the bedroom counts, added their greenhouse off the garage. Or was just a little storage shed down, that's on Farmhouse Lane. Emmons has a new in-ground pool and stamped concrete patio. Bear Hero LLC is the big house down on Knights Vista. That dwelling that they were building last year is now 100% complete. Bombard and Biani had a boundary line adjustment where they sold a little bit of acreage from one and it added to their, Biani didn't have 2 acres. And that they have lakefront, so it was a huge increase in value to them compared to what it did on the other.
Because it added lakefront?
Because it just added, when you do the frontage by the depth to
Oh.
get the acreage, it added, because they have such small acreage, and Bombard has like 10 or 15 acres, so, losing an acre was not a lot to them. O'Hearn is down on Abnaki, we corrected their shed count. Henny, they asked us to go, this was sold, they asked us to go in and do their fixture count and bedroom count and bathroom count. That was all wrong. We corrected that. That's done on Eastview Lane. Brooks is on Eastview Lane was the one that they raised it, put his foundation underneath. We added the steps and deck and put it at 100% complete. I'd still like to get inside to see what's inside.
Mhm.
Rossi is the big house down on Route 2. Just before you get to the park on the left there, that now is 100% complete. The house is 100% complete. The garage changeover is now 100% complete. Duke's is the big house down on Abenaki, down at the end. They had covered porches and a big deck that they replaced with just an open deck. So that was actually a reduction. And Fluke was down on Bow and Arrow Point, where we corrected their decks. They had a replacement deck.
So.
So that's everything.
These changes are gonna go out to people.
Yes,
And it could be, like, they have 15 days to appeal.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. So right now this is, well, all of these people are getting letters. Because even if there was a change in title, they get the
Still got a
letter, even though there was no change in value, but it just lets them know there was a change in title. But
Okay.
these are the ones where there's a change in value and what we changed and why. So,
This one is all these.
yeah,
Okay. Let's see. Homestead declaration.
they're up to date as of this morning. Current use is still in progress.
And review the county. Nothing until you think the law.
Well, there's nothing on the training, and I think, so reviewing the calendar, I realized that our next meeting, the grand list, all right, let me get the calendar. 'Cause it has all of,
Because it's June.
yeah, it's June, yes. So May says, beginning every week, download, check homesteads, yes. Current use, yes. So the inventory, first utility electric inventory of plant to towns, the veteran exemption deadline and state land and building values sent to town. So all those things will be coming in that we'll have to update the values for. And then June, where's the calendar? Because
I gotta get, yeah, I gotta get. Leave it on this.
so by statute, we have to have the grand list lodged by, because we're a town of less than 5,000 people, by June 4th. So June 1st would be our meeting. Our next meeting
Is that the first?
is on the 1st, Monday, the 1st. So I put out a time schedule somewhere.
It's this part.
Oh, well, that's the notice, but I have this on the back page. So by Thursday, June 4th, we have to file it and mail the change of appraisal notices. So on June 1st, if we shoot for June 1st, we can file it. We sign the 411, Corinne signs the 411, we post the hearing. Notices are posted. we mail the letters and the change of current use value notices are mailed at the same time.
Okay,
So if we do that on the first, our grievance hearings can begin on June 19th, which is a Friday.
That's
And we have to
what
have
day
our
is that? That's a Friday?
Friday, the June 19th is a Friday. July 2nd, the grievance hearings must be completed by July 2nd by statute. And then the deadline for filing the BCA appeal is within 14 days after mailing notice of results of grievances. So they have 14 days to do that after we mail the results of the grievance. And then that would all go to Corinne and she would take over for that as far as,
The only thing we ran
Scheduling
into
it
last year was
here.
like, we had 2 mailings that did not
I'll make it.
make it to them.
That's right. Um,
So I'm wondering.
So
we
if any-
have
if-
appeals, we
if-
should ask them for an email address, right?
and we should have that on the building permits,
Right.
right? So we should, okay, so
Maybe we should attach it to an email.
just to
too.
Canadians, is that where what do you think?
Um,
Who were the two? Were they both Canadians?
out of state, one got sent to, Minnesota or somewhere. It was the owners of, Shore Acres was one. I can't remember what the other one was, but I think they were out of state.
Not Canadian.
It was not Canadians.
Well, we certainly can try to email them.
Send them an email attachment of the letter. Or just email. Yeah,
And we can attach the letter in an email.
Yeah.
It would take us some time to do, but,
The mail doesn't move as fast as it used to.
I know, and 14 days is not a lot of
No.
time to
Have an
get your appeal in.
I mean, you get it a week, let's say you get it a week later, you only have a week.
Well, I mean, you can spend some money and send it, next day.
Mm.
It costs money, but
It's probably cheaper to send it as an attachment to an email.
yeah, it's gonna say if that qualifies, as long as it doesn't have to be.
Well, we can still mail them.
We'll
We will
still
still
mail
mail them,
Okay.
but as a backup.
Backup. I think it won't be a bad idea to do that. Then we can say we
Yeah.
use 2 ways to notify.
Yeah.
That's just, we'll just create a template and then we'll just have to. Yeah. It'll
Yeah.
take some time to do.
So I'll work on doing,
So if that's the plan, if that sounds good to everybody, we can start grievance hearings. We can do them, I don't know, whatever you think. You want to start them that Friday? Do you want to start them on, do you want to do one on Saturday? Do you want to plan on Monday?
I think you have to have a Saturday date in there.
yeah, I think you do too, because that's Friday, June 19th.
So, June, okay.
So if we do June 19th and June 20th,
So you want to do,
I think you're right, because I think last year,
we did have, most people came on Saturday, I think.
most of them.
So what time you want to do it on, you want to do Friday afternoon? You want to do Saturday and Monday?
What, Friday, Saturdays, Monday, and have it all done? 19, 20, 22 or something?
All right, is that good for everybody?
Sure.
Okay, what times? Cause I gotta put it on the notice that, I'm gonna put it on, on the back page of this is the notice that we're gonna file it. We have to post our intent to file the grand list. I've got to send it to the Islander. We gotta post it around town. And it's gonna say when so last year we did June 18th, Wednesday, and then Saturday,
Saturday.
June 28th. We did 2
But we
days.
only had like 5 appeals, maybe. That's all we'll have.
We can also always add
Right.
more days. If we get more people,
Mhm.
we could,
What if we did like
Because
Friday
people
9 to
think-
12 and, Saturday 9 to 12, but, and Monday do an afternoon or something? I don't know. I'm just wondering if different times, probably during the day, time won't make as much difference as the Saturday. What time did we have the Saturday last year?
so we had 9 to 11 for
Oh.
both days.
9 to 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we did. 9 to 11 on both.
Well, if we get appeals within 15 days, we're gonna know. We got a lot of phone calls, but we didn't have.
We had a
another
lot of
appeal.
questions,
Yeah,
right, that people
questions.
didn't want, you know, we did have some phone calls, people questioning, what does this mean? You know, and that we were able to handle without them coming in. And then people can write letters, it's not necessary to attend, and then you can also just come in, right,
Mhm,
during those times,
mhm.
Just be a walk-in.
and just be a walk-in. But if we have appointments scheduled, we tried to have appointments scheduled.
Yeah. And anybody, those are public meetings, so anybody can come.
Anybody can come.
And you could sit in on someone else's
Yeah,
appeal, so it's open. Okay. I don't know. Do you think 9 to 11 on all 3 days? Or just do the 2, or what do you think, Jen?
I was gonna say, do you wanna have it at 9, well, we started out 9 to 12, you wanna back that off to 11?
Sure.
I mean, if we get a lot of calls, we
We can adjust.
extend it, that's all. You wanna do an afternoon on Monday, just to say we also did an afternoon, 1 to 3 or something?
so
Okay.
Monday, 1 to 3,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Saturday, we're gonna do 9 to 11, and Friday, we're gonna do 9 to 11.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're gonna just say if we
And can I
have
ask
to
a
do
question
more, we do more.
Having gone to the open meeting law, if this is the time for the appeal, are we in executive, do we go into executive session to discuss them and make the decision? I can't remember how we did it last year.
I think we did.
I think we went into executive
Let
session.
me pull up the minutes from last year.
Oh, but I didn't get to do that. So we should plan on it time afterwards to
Go
discuss
at
them.
right after the hearings are closed, go into executive session. And then what, we send out written notices after that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if we send the notices, it's, they get 14 days after mailing the notice of the results. Okay.
So we'll wait till after Monday and mail all of them. You know, don't get up Fridays, I'll say.
So-
All that, just wait till we're done and then mail everything.
So we paused the hearing as no one was present,
And then we did our minutes.
and then we motioned to resume the hearing. And then we adjourned the hearing. I don't think we have to do the discussion in executive session, because we're making these values in our working, right? Like, we're not in open meeting when we create these values and make the changes. Um,
Well, we're not in a meeting. Well,
when we're
when,
working
when we review them in a,
in an open
in
meeting.
an open meeting,
Yeah.
but our work on them. This was one of the questions I asked, when
What
we
did they
work
say?
on these, she said, no, that's your work.
Right,
That's your daily work, is to do the sketch and do all that. So,
Leah Oz Benton.
clarify that part, just because.
When we so we hear them and they
What does it
leave,
say? It says no one appeared in person.
or via telephone.
Motions to resume the hearing. And the motion passes. Mary motions to adjourn the hearing. Oh. So there's nothing about our discussion,
Oh,
and that was Saturday. That was Wednesday, then there should be another one. Oh no, that says Saturday. Yeah, I just wondering. What if, like, let's say we disagree on, we're back and forth about, well, it's this and that, and there was a lot of discussion. But what, most of that was an open session with, that says no one appeared in person?
This was the Wednesday at 9 to 11. Nobody appeared in person or via telephone. And so we resumed the hearing and then we motioned to adjourn to the hearing. And then said they would resume on Thursday, the 26th, so that we have them going on Saturday, the 28th. So I
I
don't
know.
know what that
I
means.
don't know what that means.
And then we,
People were
on the
at-
28th.
They were just asking questions more than grieving, really. The Saturday crew.
On Saturday, they were asking questions.
Yeah, yeah,
They were neighbors that,
yeah, yeah.
and, but the other people were,
This is where people showed up.
okay.
Oh, we did.
Before we
Board
vote.
enters deliberative session and then comes out. We entered, yep.
Wow. See, you know, I was using terms that I used to use in, the Development Review Board. Is deliberative session the same thing as executive session? I think. it
And
is.
where's the rest of these minutes? It's like we didn't even adjourn the hearing. There's something wrong with these minutes.
They say approved.
So we entered and then we exit deliberative session. Then you gave an overview of questions received during the grievance period. We went through each of the thing and then there's nothing.
Then there's nothing. Where's
So
the
like,
rest of it?
when did we,
Saturday, June
Have
28th.
to
Let me
look
look, yeah, let me look and see if there's something downstairs. June 28th.
That was the Saturday.
that was
Yeah.
the Saturday.
Then,
So we did do a deliberative session.
but when you come out of deliberative session, don't you make don't you state what you did, or is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
or
Usually
is that
decide.
Oh, you can put it in, just put it in
you put it
writing.
in writing?
Yeah.
The results of the grievance go in writing.
Yeah,
They don't go in the minutes?
This one says we entered deliberative session as no one was present.
And Saturday says that's not true either, Scott. Okay, but then
Grievance is paused. I mean, we
Grievance
didn't
is-
enter deliberative session, we paused it.
because we went off the owl,
And here we went into deliberative session. The hearing is paused, resumed. And then it's never closed out. I'll have to go back to the audio and redo those. Because something's missing.
something's missing on those. And it has one set of minutes for both days?
Yeah. I don't have my phone to do that. All right. Well,
Okay,
I'll
we
look at
should
that.
we'll get that figured out, because it seems to me you would hear people,
Mhm.
then you would pause the hearing, like, let's say because we paused because we had somebody at 9, then we didn't have somebody until 10:30. So we paused, and during that break, I think we had deliberative session about,
Well, we should have put that we were going into deliberative session, not
We should have.
pausing it.
should have, or we paused it because there was no
Nobody there.
there. Because you know, you forget sometimes that the owl is
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And you shouldn't be chit chatting on the
Right.
owl. So you can pause. I would think you hear what people have to say. When the hearing is over, you have a deliberative session.
Yeah.
Which you could have deliberative session in between people, right?
Mhm.
But then I would think you come back and make
What you
a
decide.
motion to
What you
decide,
You're
right?
supposed to, when you come out of deliberative session, what your action is. There's some training material and I'll look
So
that
you
up.
dismiss people, decide, call them back in and tell them.
No,
You send another letter.
You
I
send
gotta
out the
say,
letter.
you send.
You send
that
another
say
letter,
you send the
Because then
letter.
they can appeal that. You have to send them a letter.
because
and
you could
then-
have 10 people come in,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, and so you don't hold everybody up to,
So you just, you have person A
take the notes.
You send him on his way, you go and deliver section. They go back to regular meeting, but you start with person
Person
B
B.
then. Okay, so person A is gone. All right.
And I would say you don't make your motions for your decisions until after you've heard everyone.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, and when everybody's gone, you can
I'll look
have an
up,
open
yeah,
session and decide and what you're gonna write. Although you can do that, just do that in the executive session and then put it aside.
I'll look up and see, there's some training material of how to hold for grievance hearings.
yeah, because Catherine said she, she was doing the training on open meeting law. And she said, I don't have a lot of background on listers. And so, the working piece was a main question I asked, and then I didn't think about this one.
Yep, okay.
Okay,
So we decided, Friday the 19th, 9 to 11, Saturday the 20th, 9 to 11, and Monday the 22nd, 1 to 3. Is everybody good with that?
yes.
All right, this is the 19th, it's the 20th and the 22nd. Okay.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
that's so I will post that around town. I will get that to the Islander for the next couple weeks. And I will look up the information for how to hold
Open
a grievance hearing. Um, that we're not in violation, and apparently take a class on how to take minutes between now and then. for grievance hearings.
Actually, that would have been me. I'll look in my folder to see, because we had tons of notes and everything from those last year.
Yeah, I know we did.
Just didn't get in the minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
maybe I
get
thought
that.
it was the letter that becomes
The
the
letter.
decision.
Well, I think it is,
It is, but
but we still should have closed the hearing.
close the hearing.
There
we
should have
should've-
been a motion to at least close the hearing.
Yeah,
Because I think we paused the hearing and then resumed them when we went to the different days. But I'll see if we have to have, I'll look up
the
that.
outcomes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
the decisions, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, agenda building, we're probably gonna have a lot of the same things here.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's really not gonna change.
because we'll report on the lodging of the green list and the grievance hearing, so. Instead of schedules, they just. I know this will be June 1st, so we wouldn't have had them yet, so it's still gonna be scheduled.
It's still gonna be scheduled, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and day of the next meeting is June 1st at 10 a.m. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I'll second. All in favor? And it is 11:10.
11, 10.
11:10 a.m. Thank you, everybody. Great.
It's been fun.